Hi guys. It's been so long, oh my gosh. And so much has happened. I feel like the last video I sat down and I was like, oh my gosh, so much has happened. It just doesn't stop. So, hi, Dana, that's my name. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my beautiful finished house. Oh my God. I've never done a video downstairs because my house was not finished up until like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a landmine, if you will, but it's finished. We're actually under contract as I speak. We have to find a new place, hopefully like now, and then move into it and close on this house. Yeah, it's been a lot. I will do a proper sit down like video. I know I think I did that a little bit. And maybe actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that today in this video. I'm like, seriously, my head is everywhere. So I do apologize. I also, my nose is red. I have had a cold for like 2 weeks that just, I don't know. It's not COVID, I got tested. But what we're doing today is we are doing a get ready with me in skincare. Oh my gosh, also now my face itches. I promise I'll get my shit together one of these days, I promise. Also, I am so sorry. This is like a rambling intro and I, again, apologize for that. I have had my comments on like this weird setting on YouTube where I have to review them before they get posted. I thought I did that for like, you know, I don't want spam comments and I don't want like graphic or all the, you know, like the various things you can have. But I didn't realize it meant all of my comments and I had not been checking because there wasn't a setting on the like app and then I don't go on to the desktop one as much. So anyway, 100 comments maybe or so that I just had never reviewed and I was like, nobody's talking to me. Oh my God, I'm so sad. I'm so lonely. You guys have been, I just haven't seen them. So again, another thing for me to apologize for, but whatever. I'm sorry, but whatever. It's not the end of the world, right? That's not what you're here for. So let's get into it today. Obviously I have a bare face on. So, you know, if things are a little different, that's why. But we're going to be going through skincare, pretty much skincare. And these are new products for me. I have been testing them for a few weeks now. So maybe not as long as some products, but I also test so many products that I can usually tell within about a few days if I'm going to like it or not. So that's what that is. Also, I wanted to thank skinstore.com. You guys have seen that they have sponsored some of my other videos and I just wanted to give them a huge shout out because I have a very small channel. Like this is, you guys are out there and you watch and I really appreciate it. But in the grand scheme of things, my channel is still quite small. So the fact that they sponsor me and continue to support my channel is huge. And what it means for you and for me is basically they gift me products. I get to choose them and then I get to review them. And so it's not that they send me random things and I don't care or like I don't know what it is. I actually get to choose the products that I receive from them and they are a gift. They don't sponsor me in other ways. So these are all gifted products. And I hope that makes a little bit of sense. When I do say a video is sponsored by them, that's just the context that I want you guys to understand. And it does help a channel like mine because otherwise I would be paying out of my own wallet, which I do for 99.9% of things, but any little bit can help. So I just wanted to make that very, very clear and also to thank skinstore.com because wow, like you guys know who I am. That's so cool. Okay, let's get into it. I got my Glossier sweatshirt on. This is the best sweatshirt ever. And we're gonna jump in. And before we jump in, you know the deal. Like, subscribe, do those things. Follow me on Instagram. I have a lot of fun over there. I just kind of post like daily applications of sunscreens. I don't go super in depth, but it's a good chance to interact. And I think it's just a lot harder on YouTube. So if you want to like message me or DM me, I always respond over there. So go follow me. Okay, this is the Peter Thomas Roth. We have a few Peter Thomas Roth things. This is the Cucumber Detox Hydrogel Eye Patches. And they have a set on skinstore.com where you get both of these. This is the Water Drench Moisturizer. This is the eye patches. You get them both. I'm like totally blanking. I don't know any of them, but I will list it on the screen. So this is an incredible deal because it's not a sample size. These are full sizes and both of them are, well, we'll get into if I like them or not. But I'm gonna apply the patches to my eyes while we talk about some of the other stuff. I just do it with my fingers because, you know, I think The little spatula is in there because people get like very weirded out by like germs, but everything has preservatives in it, including your food, and that's okay. Preservatives are good. So don't be so worried about like touching things, you know, unless your hands are just like covered in filth, but for the most part, if your hands are clean, you should be good. So these eye patches are, I'm not gonna lie, they're not my favorite. Especially the first few were quite dry. But as I get down further into the bottle, they are a little bit more like wet and moisturized, but I don't think that they do anything spectacular. I think it's just like a nice, you know, like spa day. So if I have a morning where I don't have to rush out of bed, I will put these on and do some skincare and like let it sink in. But I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase this. I think it's a good deal though. Like I wanted to try this, but I didn't want to pay full price. So getting it along with this is kind of like what I justified as like a way to get it. Okay, we've got them on. I've got a few products. I think I want to start, well, I guess I'll just keep going with the Peter Thomas Roth. So as you can see, maybe, there we go. This is the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench. This is a moisturizer. It's hyaluronic cloud cream hydrating moisturizer, 30% hyaluronic acid complex. Obviously they can't add 30% hyaluronic acid. That would be a gel. It would be a solid. So that's just what it means when it's a complex. It doesn't mean it's 30% hyaluronic acid. Sorry, I'm banging around down here trying to get a mirror set up. I should do this. I should put my hair up. This stuff, I haven't looked in depth at the ingredient list, but I'm pretty sure it's like very high, or there's a good amount of silicone or dimethicone, something silicone based, because it has the slippiest feel I've ever felt. If you have dry skin, this kind of like water gel moisturizer is not gonna be enough. Just like throwing it out there. But if you have more oily, if you have more balanced skin, or like somewhere you live where it's very hot and humid, this is gonna be actually a beautiful base for makeup because it is so slippy. It just goes on like a dream. I've really enjoyed it, even though it is winter right now. The feel of it is just, I think divine would be the best word. And it doesn't have a scent, which I do enjoy. And they have this 72-hour like hydration ingredient, which at first I thought kind of was a scam. But since I also am a formulator and I have a skincare brand, I looked into it and I got a sample of that ingredient and it's pretty legit. So I might actually start including it in some of my products. But you know, it's not a scam. So I started a new job. On top of everything else going on in life, we had our wedding, our second wedding. I know that's funny, but yeah. We got married during COVID, then we had our actual wedding with friends and family in October. That was a lot, of course. My mom helped plan it, so I didn't have to do as much, but it was still a lot. And then the very next week, I left my job at Duke University and started a new job, changing my whole career path and basically going from a pretty like nice, I would say easy job to one that is going to require a lot more time, a lot more energy, learning a whole new everything. So my first week I just went through, oh, is it falling down? I just went through my first week and I like barely looked at my phone all day. It was kind of one of those things where you just like soaking up the knowledge, soaking it all in, trying to like make it through and realizing like I just didn't have a lot of time to do anything, much less like order groceries or make food. Next up, this stuff is amazing. AHAVA? Why can I not say that? Dead Sea Plants Caressing Body Sorbet, Mandarin and Cedarwood. This is huge also, 12.3 fluid ounces. And I'm so bad about like body skincare, which is funny because like I enjoy skincare so much, but I think I get to the point where I do my face and then I'm like, ugh, I can't do anymore. So I've been trying to be better about this and I'm leaving it by the shower. So it's sliding. So I can put it on after the shower. But lately I've just been kind of doing like my hands and arms because I wash my hands so much these days. But anyway, back to life. So yeah, I started this new job and I have to go into the office a bit more, especially during training. And so it's just like 9 to 5. And my hours are going to be different, by the way. But I don't look at my phone, don't do anything else, and that's been a lot. We are under contract for the house, and it went basically in like 48 hours where we just didn't know. Like, we didn't have a ton of showings, but you only need one person that wants to buy your house. And we had 2 different offers, and you know, you get a bit of leverage when you have offers, and they were just really, really great deals that, of course, we weren't going to pass up anyway, but we accepted one of the offers, and now we are kind of just going through the steps of that. Like, usually it's like a 30-day close, that kind of thing, normal stuff. But yeah, so now we just have to find a place to live. Okay, so I've got this on. I've got moisturizer on my face. I've got the eye patches. I've got my hands. I'm just gonna let it marinate and soak, and then I will be back in maybe like 5 or 10 minutes. Your time, it's gonna be instant. So see you then. I could probably turn the lights on, but I like the natural lighting. And this is not a makeup review, so, you know, we're gonna take these off. I feel hydrated and less puffy. No, I don't know. Those, like I said, I wouldn't say like go out, rush out and buy those. I think they're fine for the price. You could probably most likely get ones that are way cheaper. Don't rush out and buy them. That's not the one thing, but that set is pretty awesome and it's nice. You know, it's just nice. So next up, we're going to use the VERSO Daily Glow with Retinol 8 and Vitamin C. This stuff is pricey, and you get 1 fluid ounce. The bottle feels so tiny, like it looks like a sample almost. It's very, very, very beautiful. I haven't figured it out though, because this is skincare, like 100% skincare, not makeup. It's really skincare, but obviously it has like this tinted kind of like glow to it. And when you put it on your face, it's beautiful. It just gives you this nice, like, fresh glow. You definitely see the texture, or not the texture, that's not the word. You see, it looks like you like stepped off of a beach, and not super tan, but not tan. I know, descriptions are my forte today, aren't they? But it also smells divine, very light. I can't figure out if it's floral, maybe a little, but just like nice, like enjoyable to put on, not overwhelming. But the thing about this is I'm like, I put it on and then I still need to put sunscreen on, and especially if you have like a tinted sunscreen, it's just gonna kind of overpower it. And for the price, I'm like, when am I ever gonna wear this? I think that's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna wear this alone because I wear sunscreen. Even like right now, I'm gonna put on sunscreen. You're getting exposure from like UVA and UVB rays when you're inside. So you really should be wearing it. And so I can't like figure out when I would wear this other than just under stuff. And then it's like, am I just throwing money down the drain because nobody sees this beautiful glow? So I think it's one of those things that I wanted to try it, and I've tried it. And will I repurchase it? No, I will not, just because I can't figure out the best way. So if you guys have any suggestions, like what do you do with stuff like this? You just wear it underneath and then like chalk it up to it is skincare. But I don't know, that's just me. So I'm gonna let this sit a little and we'll continue to talk about things in life. This is Dana coming to you from 5 minutes later in the video. I am clearly rusty at this whole thing, but I forgot to mention that I am doing this as my shop my wish list. So I've done one other video like this before, and I wanted to do more like this. So this is another one where I say, is it a find? Is it a flop? Is it a flind? Which is a find and a flop combined. So yeah, I just forgot to mention the whole point of the video, but I think you guys would have figured it out later. So we're just gonna like, you know, I'll add it in when it comes up, but just remember for the first few products, I kind of forgot that I was doing that and I am rusty. So I do, again, apologize for everything. Okay, now I've let it set. Look at this though. Can you see this kind of like, It gives you a bit of pigment and it does give you this nice healthy glow. It's just, again, one of those things where I'm kind of like, I don't know how to do it. So if you guys know, please tell me. Next up we have, this is the Ultra Repair Cream from First Aid Beauty. I got 2 things from First Aid Beauty because I got, how did I don't know. Oh, I got maybe like some samples in Sephora. Samples work, they really do. And I thought that this one, it felt really nice and it felt like it just went on very smoothly. But again, this is another thing that I don't know really how to use it because it's let me just read you what it says. Help hydrate dry, parched skin, temporarily help relieve minor irritation and itching due to eczema and other conditions. So it's considered very safe for sensitive skin. And it has colloidal oatmeal in it, which is one of the like skin protectants that they say. Other than that, it, you know, is kind of like a moisturizer. So I guess this and the Peter Thomas Roth are kind of like duplicates. I know, I just have it sitting on my finger. This one would be very light if you need that. And this one, I wouldn't say is intense. Like the way that it says on the bottle, like intense hydration, I don't know. I don't feel like it is, but it has been nice because I've had a cracked like area, the skin around my nose has been cracked and kind of just raw because I've had a cold for so freaking long. So I have been using it there and it's like, I guess soothing and nice in that sense, but I wouldn't say that it like hydrates my skin from the inside out. It just kind of does more like surface level. So for today's video, I'm just gonna be applying it on my nose, which is an interesting thing, but it is parched and it is cracked. So hello, I need it there. But again, it says like best for dry skin. It has like a little scale. I wouldn't necessarily go so far as to say that this is what I would recommend if you have very dry skin. So in terms of like, is this a find or a flop? I would say this is a find, and I do really enjoy it. I just think there are kind of other things out there. But if you have super sensitive skin, this might be something that is good to consider because it really is meant for that. And I can tell, like, I can feel it working on my nose, but it's not like irritating it, which some ones they can do just because that skin is so kind of irritated right now. So, a find. I get so excited when I find a new product that I really like. And this one, my friends, is one. This is the Eye Duty Niacinamide Brightening Cream. So, I got a sample of this as well. They got me. But do you see this? It's like very similar in like the look of it to the VERSO one, but this is obviously for your under eye. And I gotta pull my mirror up, sorry. And I have just really, really enjoyed this. And I've been putting it on under my eye. It's also, obviously it's safe. Oh, there's a hair in there. It's safe for the whole eye area, so I will go over the whole orbital area. But I like this one for me because the tint of it is kind of, I would say, like more for medium skin types. I did get the, what's the brand? Origins. They have like the ginseng one. And I know that now comes in 2 shades. And I just got that during the Sephora sale. And I don't like it because it is too light for me. I got the lighter shade, just being like, I mean, the darker shade might be too dark, but I probably should have gotten the second darker shade. It was, it just like looked like very noticeable. For this, I enjoyed the tint. This one only comes in 1 shade though, so if you have a lighter skin tone, it might not work for you. And I like the fact that I can feel it on my eyes. Not in a bad way though. I do have sensitive eyes. Like if stuff gets in them, I will water, it will sting. This, dropping shit left and right. This one just feels like it's actually doing something. Niacinamide is obviously a popular ingredient right now, but it has a lot of benefits. It's just vitamin B3. And I would say some of the main things, I think a lot of times you think of it as helping to reduce or like reduce the appearance of pore size, which is definitely one, but it also helps with reducing inflammation and redness. So around your eye areas, if you do have kind of like puffier eyes, this would be one that I would suggest because it's gonna do like more long-term help versus something that just has caffeine, which caffeine is great, but it's a short-term thing. It like just like you drink caffeine, it doesn't it doesn't energize your body for the next month. It just does it that day. So niacinamide, continually using something like this, I think it could definitely help. I have the weirdest, driest, worst under eyes, and I've been using this pretty consistently. And not to say that I've seen differences, but I just like the way that my eyes look when I use it. So this is 100% a find, and I will be repurchasing it. I've also gone through quite a bit, but that's just me. I use a lot of product. Okay. I am so happy to be filming again, you guys. I hope I can make it regular. I know it's probably not gonna happen just because we are gonna be moving soon. Yeah, but just know I'm happy. So this is the next one. This is another Peter Thomas Roth. Also, if I'm looking that way, it's because I have to look into the viewfinder. My monitor is gone. That was not mine. It was my work's. And I'm doing this on the fly here, but so it goes. So this is Peter Thomas Roth. This is Water Drench. I have reviewed this before. I will link that video above. I really, really like this sunscreen. There is an issue, and that issue is that it can cause irritation around, pumping it out. Irritation around the eye area. Let's start with like a few pumps. I go heavy-handed, but I would say if you have dry skin and you need extra hydration and you want a chemical or organic sunscreen, this is the one for you. If you have very sensitive skin or sensitive eyes, which I think a lot of people do, that's not like uncommon, I would just be careful with this one and just really avoid getting it in your eyes. And that is my biggest piece of advice for this. So, like I said, just kind of avoid, I wouldn't go over the eye. If you know you're gonna be outside all day or something like that, like this is probably just not the one for you, because if you do want protection on your eyelid, there's a good likelihood it's gonna cause some stinging. I would say for the most part, it doesn't sting my eyes, but it does make them like a little watery. Not like tears running down my face, but not, it's just not one that I can throw on without thinking. So, you know, sometimes that's how it is. I wish it wasn't, but I also am just telling you guys the truth. And last up in, I can't take this off. I'm not done. What am I doing? Last up in skincare is the Ordinary. I didn't realize that Ordinary was on skinstore.com, but it is. So this one, I don't think my discount code, I do not think my discount code will work for this, but it's like $9. So anyway, if you're ordering, sometimes I just throw stuff like this in because it's like, why not? This is the lactic acid 10% plus hyaluronic acid. I have not tried this before, and I am realizing that my skin just loves like any kind of AHA, BHA, any kind of acid. So I've started using more acids a few times a week, and this is one that I wanted to test out. I have quite like tough and rough and ready, what's it called? I don't know what I'm saying, skin. So that means that I can usually start at a higher percentage. It just like, if I start at like the 5% one, it's not gonna do anything. So I tried the 10%. I've used it a few times, as you can see. I like it so far. It's nothing like out of this world. And I think that that is kind of one of the things with the Ordinary and Inkey List. I never find their products, except for very few, I never find their products to be so out of this world, like mind blown, that I am like raving about it, but also they're not bad. So I think people that are just getting into skincare or have more sensitive skin, that's really who they're targeted for. Somebody like me, who my skin just kind of can handle a lot because it's been through a lot. It's just not as much for me. That said, I do like this one quite a bit, and I'm just kind of testing it out with some of the other acids that I have. This one and the Good Molecules so far for like overnight lactic acid mask type things, I've really enjoyed. So for this one, I would say that this is a find. I was gonna categorize it as a flind, but I think for most people, it's actually gonna be really great. And there's nothing wrong with it for me. I just don't know if like I can see a difference between this one and the Good Molecules one and the Naturium one. I think they're all kind of the same. So it really boils down to who you want to get it from, what price you want to pay, and they're all comparable-ish prices. So, okay, now we're gonna get into 2 parts of makeup. Guys, I don't know what happened. What is this? This is the Lingerie Soufflé Skin Perfecting Color from STILA. It's the shade 5. Wait, do they have shades? Let me look. Well, shit. They have shades. Apparently they have 8 shades and I got the shade 5, which is the problem. This is too dark for me. So that's what it looks like. You can see, like, I think some of these products, especially like this one, gave me a little bit of a tint, but not that much of a tint. I'm not gonna put it on my face because honestly, it's just too dark, but I will put it on my hand. Can you see that? Like, this is like me at the tannest I've ever been. This is just not my skin type or my skin tone, but it is actually a beautiful thing. It really has that whipped consistency, like the name would suggest, like souffle, and it gives you a sheer wash of color. Like, if this were my skin tone, it would be sheer, but since it's not, you can obviously see it a lot more. But it dries down matte. It's a really nice thing, and I'm pretty sure it's being discontinued just because I couldn't find like any of the other shades. I don't even know how I got this one, but I did. I looked into it. Skinstore.com has 4 shades right now, 5, 6, 7, 8, which are the 4 darkest shades. And pretty sure that they don't have the other shades because I think this has probably just not been a continued product. So if you are in a deeper shade and you want to try something that is pretty beautiful, dries down matte, it's on pretty, like, a big discount at this point. It's definitely something to consider. Will I use it? No. Do you have a deeper skin tone than me? Yes. Do you want it? Please comment below and I will send it to you because I don't want it to go to waste, but I'm never going to be able to use it just because that is not my shade. So let me know. My nose is starting to run. That's good. I mean, it's not good, but it's the last product, so that's good. That product is the Daniel Sandler Watercolor Blush, liquid cheek color. And I have it in the shade Gentle. It's a little pricey, $26 for, how much is in here? Half a fluid ounce, or 15 mils. But it's gonna last you forever just because, like, who uses this much blush? I am gonna put it on just so you can see. The shade is kind of like a dusty rose, I would say, like not mauvey, but dusty rose. And it is just kind of like the name would suggest. It is like playing with watercolors. I always use my hands just because it basically boils down to like laziness. But you can use a brush, you could use a sponge, you can kind of use whatever. And the reason that I like this stuff is just like I like the Drunk Elephant and like I like the, what were the other dupes that I have? The Lumine, I don't know how to pronounce that name. It just is so nice. Like, you can mix it with other products, you can put it on alone. It kind of like does the job without you having to think too much. I just kind of pat it on, and the nice thing about it is it doesn't dry down like immediately. So I can go back to my hand and pick up more if I need to. They have lots of shades. This one, I know I'm like looking down, this is very awkward. This one gives me kind of like a, I've been out in the sun on an island, like relaxing kind of look, which is a vibe that I am very here for. And I think it's beautiful and I understand why people like it. My thing is I can find it in different shades, or I can find it elsewhere basically. So I don't know if I would go out and buy every single color. I think when it came out, it was probably like one of the only things like this, or like it was unique at the time, but I don't think it's super unique in the sense to me that like I would rush out and tell everyone to buy it. That's just me though. I think it is beautiful. And it does seem to last quite a long time on my face. What I do like to do with this kind of thing, and honestly, like you could just find this type of thing with any of the other dupes that I mentioned, although they're not really dupes because they're also pricey, but I like to mix this with other things. So like say I have a tinted moisturizer and I don't know, like a bronzer, I will mix them all together, like swirl it on my hand and then just apply it in one kind of fell swoop. And that's the kind of look that I go for, and it's very, very easy. But I would say that this is an absolute find. All All right, guys, swatches on my hand, swatches on my face. I appreciate you watching this a bit chaotic, hectic video. It has given me so much joy though to do, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. I hope you enjoy commenting again because I can respond now, and let me know what you are looking forward to seeing more of. I have quite a few videos that I want to get to, including a very big tubing mascara video. So it's just a matter of time and finding the time and making the time, and I will get it up soon, or as soon as I can. And again, I do appreciate you guys watching these videos, supporting me. If you do want to buy any of these products for Black Friday for you, yourself, no, that's the same. For yourself, for another, for anyone, I do have a discount code which helps you, but it also helps me. And your support, skinstore.com support, it's all very, very important to a small YouTube creator like me. So I'd say that again just to let you know that they are sponsored, but it does mean so much to me. So you guys watching it and supporting me, I can't explain how much it means. And I thank you so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Woo! Anyway, yeah.